Okay, we're going to add the slab, and then we're going to add the footing beam into this drawing. Let's start with a slab. So basically we're going to use structural slab. It doesn't matter where you get it from. If it's from here, you've got to use this one. If it's from the structure tab, usually it's the first one there anyway. So let's click that. And okay, so it comes up with a generic 150. We just got to edit that type, duplicate that, and we're going to call it 100 slab. So, alright, that's it. Alright, let's go into here, edit the structure. All we need to have is 100 there. Alright, what else going to do? We can delve into the category, modify that as well, and see what we can find. So instead of being just generic, it will actually be more like a proper slab. Okay, so what do we need from here? This dialog box is a little different as well in the 2014. So we need a concrete something or other. So usually you can just type it up you can search for it down, or you can also just type concrete. Alright, and it'll come up with a lot of different concretes. One mentioned in our notes is that 35 MPa. So we can grab the first one there. Alright, so that's the one we want. What other settings are we changing? You can go into it and yeah, I think that's about it. You can change also the look of it, the render. You can change all that information there. We're not too worried about that at this point in time, so we'll just leave it at that for this exercise. You can just go okay. There's more buttons down here I'm looking at. You can add materials and all that sort of stuff, but we'll just leave it at that for now. We'll go okay. Alright, so that's putting in concrete there. It's giving us the name in here. Alright, so that's what we got. So go okay now, and there we have it. Go okay. Alright, did I get the right one? There you go. It's just generic. I should have probably named it actually some other name like concrete 100 slab, so I made a bit of a mistake there. It should have been called, if I rename it, concrete. So that's how you can do it after the event. You can, and I called it 100mm slab as well, just so we're the same as the notes. That's what I've called it. Okay, so I'll just go back now, and that's what it looks like. Alright, that's just a name. Alright, so what else are we doing? Extend into the wall core should be right, that setting. Alright, and then 0 offset is fine as well. So what we've got to do here is just make sure we're also on the pick walls option up here. Alright, as indicated by your notes on page 8. Alright, so that's correct. So what we've got to do is just hang around the wall. Alright, if we press tab, it highlights all the walls. Then we use the left mouse button to click, and that's when you're selecting them. What happened there? Doesn't look like we've gone to the center of the wall. It should have automatically gone to the core. I thought extend to the wall core. I'm not sure why it hasn't gone to the wall core there, because the wall core is not actually there. It should be in here. So it's interesting that it's happened. You can got a couple of things here. You can do a couple of things. You can change the offset to 90 here and then do it again, or you can move them, or try and work out what happened. It's probably a setting in here that, don't ask me what happened there. Things are not working too well here. I'll be back in a minute. I'll just pause this. Okay, so what I can see here is that we've got, somehow it picked up this thing as part of a slab. So if I go and finish this, it says there's an issue. So I'll just continue here and delete that line if you get that, or any other lines anywhere else. I don't know why I did that. Now I should be able to finish it, even though it's not in the center. we'll just finish it and we'll come back and do it again next time and watch out for that issue and see if it works. I'll just delete this now, just so I can have another go. Hopefully yours will work out the first time. I've got all my concrete set up now, or my slab, so again, go over the top of this and tab and click. Now somehow, for some reason, it's right, so I'm not sure what went wrong before. But as I said, you can move it across using the move command if need be. Alright, so we'll just, okay, that, done. Alright, so we've got that there. Just double check, always double check, make sure in section it looks alright, and there it is. Okay, so that's okay. At least it's below ground. Okay, now we need to bring in the beams. So, structure, what is the beams? Column, beam, there you go. Beam, alright. Okay, let's cancel that. Can't do a beam here, of course. Let's go back to ground. Alright, let's go back to beam. Alright, so what we want here is a 350 by 470 beam, rectangular beam. So let's do that. Now, the one that the book is talking about, where the instructions I doubt will be there, but we'll find something similar. Alright, so we need to go to the family button to load a family, as we, well, families are the same as blocks in AutoCAD. It does give you a folder to look for. That folder, unfortunately, is not there. The international folder is not in here anymore in 2014, but it is supposed to be in the structural framing folder. So structural is here, structural framing. Okay. Ooh, interesting. And then under concrete, I would say. And there's that beam that's sort of a similar name, just hasn't got the M for metric in front of it. All right.
Yours comes up with RFA on it.
It should say the end of it, and mine says RFA on the end of it because it's just the settings on my Windows set, so it shows the extension of the file name. Yeah, otherwise it doesn't do that, which is fine. All right, so go open. All right, go open. Okay, here it is. All right, so it says it's a 400 by 800. In fact, we want a 350 by 470. So let's do the usual editing and duplicate this, and we'll call it 350 by 470. 470, and oh yeah, I did put in. This is always good practice, I find, to put that. That's the width, so it's people know when they first look at it, and that's the depth. Also helps a bit later on. Another way. So if I go to there, all right. Okay, well it's not quite the same names here, but anyway, it's a B and the H there. So it's 350 by 470. Okay, so that's looks like, according to our notes, it's pretty simple. That's all we need to do. Okay, that. Now, we've got some issue here with the notes again, the inconsistency from 2013 to 2014, and that is on point 3 on page 9. Insert the beam, but make sure you change the side, change to side 1 under lateral justification in the properties. Now, we don't have side 1 in here, and I have not yet found what that is. I haven't had time to look at it as yet. But I will go ahead and put the beam in anyhow and see if we can fix it after the event. Okay, the other thing it says to pick lines. Okay, so let's start there. Alright, so that's correct. If you get a message saying that the elements created are not visible in the current view, close the message. Okay, so that's fine, because they'll probably be created below this view, so you won't see them. What else is there here? Structural usage automatic, that's fine, and that's the level they're going on. Should be right, apparently. So look. Now the reason it's on lines is because with the side one, you're able to pick an endpoint here and an endpoint there and just put it in. We could, in fact, probably modify. Was that on lines or pick lines? No, pick lines, wrong one. So this one here is what we need. The pick lines. No, that's a bit better. That should put it there. We should be able to tab and see if it does anything. Get that. None of the created elements are visible. Yeah, that's fair enough. We'll close that. Now let's see what we did. I've got no idea what we did because I can't see. So let's have a look at the 3D for a start. Okay, so hopefully I've got exactly what you've got. Same result. And we can fix this. The size of this is okay. So we just want to line this up with that wall. And that's relatively easy, and you can use this system for anything really in Revit. This little command is very handy. A lot of people use the align command in AutoCAD. I've probably never used it, but I use it in Revit all the time. So this is good. I click this, ask me which face I want to align. Tell me. It says, please select line or point of reference for alignment. I'm just going to this up a little bit. And then I'll stuff it up. Okay, so I want this one here. Let me go back in again, try it again. Okay, we want that there to be aligned with this one here. Oh, I think it's all the way around actually. Stuffed up. Sorry. You got to pick this and then that. Yeah, but it brought the wall out, I think. I wanted this one here to go to this one here. It's hard to know by here, but we'll just check it in a minute. So this stays active. All you have to do is just keep clicking these things here. Hopefully I'm doing it the right way around, eh? Let's just, and also it's a good practice if you want to, when you get more expert at this, to lock this. If you lock it, then if the wall changes, the footing will go with it. It's good practice to lock it. All right. Also, sometimes it may already be aligned. It might have come out right, but you go through and do the align command anyway, because then it gives you the opportunity to get the lock and lock it, even though it might be working out okay to start with. So I'm not doing it in this instance, but you can lock it if you want. Good practice to lock it. All right. Okay, let's have a look at what I've done here. Back to ground. Let me just check the distance here from there. Yeah, see, I stuffed it up. I've gone the other way around. All right, so okay, so this is 13,240. So we probably gone the wrong way around with this. I'll just undo it. I mustn't have. Okay, so let me just go back to this and have a look. But you get the gist of the command. There it is. Double click with the middle mouse button, and look at that. There's nothing there. We undid too far because I couldn't see what I was doing. All right. So yeah, it looks like we've got to pick on. I picked on that first, didn't I? And then that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure it's that, and then
But
this.
you did one back to front, so you
Yeah.
modeled the last one.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'll leave it there for the recording purposes, but you got the idea how that works. All right. Okay. So let's stop that.